Good morning, my friends. Rich Lohman here with your woohooing thought of the day. A few adjustments to the camera, get myself in order. I felt like I was going to be a little bit late this morning, rushing around. Good run this morning in the bitter cold and a great walk with the dog with Lee. So, good morning to each and every one of you. And let's talk about the thought of the day. We're still in this lane and vein of being relational all week. On Monday, we talked about giving and earning respect. On Tuesday, we talked about creating some shared experiences with others. And today, we're going to talk about trust. Every good relationship has that component to it. It's not a good relationship if it doesn't have that component to it. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Peter. Trust. Parker Palmer said, relational trust is built on movements of the human heart, such as empathy, commitment, compassion, patience, and the capacity to forgive. That was from Parker Palmer. So here's what I want to know from you guys. I really, really, really want to know what you guys think about trust. Do you agree with the notion that it's movements of the heart? Do you agree that it is empathy, it is commitment, it is compassion, it is patience, and it is forgiveness? What else would you say that trust is? I'm going to share three things that I think that are crucial components to trust. From my perspective and all of my training, all of my mentoring and guidance from John Maxwell and the John Maxwell team, the three C's to trust are competence, connection, and character. And I think that if somebody's not good at something that they say they're good at, that's a little bit of character, but that's also they're not good at something. So there's a competence to lead, a competence to succeed, a competence to perform. I think that when it comes to personalities, I think that trust component of connection is crucial to anything about relationships and trust. From the perspective of if it's all about the activity, it's all about the task, if it's all about getting things done, but you don't feel people in the moment and find people where they're at, I think that they won't trust you. And I think that that's the connection piece. I think that's the biggest piece personally that is eroded right now in society, is that most leaders, most people are not looking for people and finding people and seeing how hurt people are. And that's a concern that I have, that I'm spearheading a lot of conversations with a lot of people about finding their people, identifying where we need to connect with them. And that third piece is character. And that's a challenging one and a tough one, because how do you create trust? Consistency of character, which character, honesty, but at the same time, caring. At the same time, there's all sorts of moral attributes, but the other side of it is performance attributes. So that's a challenging one that I do a workshop, and we study characteristics for 2 to 4 hours. So relational trust is, from my perspective, huge to the process. Now I'm going to just explore. Good morning, Rochelle, and good morning to Lee. Good morning to Chad. Excited you guys are all here. I want to hear what you guys think. Go ahead and start commenting on what you guys think, other words that you would throw into the fray of what trust is. The thought of the day here is, who do you need to build trust with? How do you need to build the trust? Is it through competence? Is it through connection? Is it through your character? So it's a who and a how. And I want you guys to be able to comment on that and say, this is my agenda. This is my thought, is this is the person I'm going to go work with today and figure that out. For the scripture side of this, I'm compelled to go back to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Because I do think that there's a huge element to this, that this is where my life has grown, and my growth has really gone on a significant overdrive is in my spiritual growth. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. What I want to describe what that means to me is a true relationship with God is something that is just like a true relationship with anybody else. But in the scope of God, it's something that is unseen. It's the spirit, it's the scripture, but it's not necessarily. And I think the challenge that a lot of people have is not sitting down across the kitchen table or the table at the restaurant with God and saying, show me your competence, show me your connection to me, and show me your character. But it's all there. And so for me, trust in the Lord with all your heart means that there's a faith movement in that, and lean not on my understanding of it all, but on God's understanding. That's a great relationship. So that's for me. I trust God. I trust that I'm going to submit to Him. I'm going to, do anything and everything to honor and glorify Him and His kingdom through my actions. That's what my statement of I trust Him means. So, would love your comments on this. What does trust mean to you? Where are you a trusting person? Are you not a trusting person? Because if you don't trust, relationships are hard to develop and come by because you have the respect, you have shared experiences, but then trust is that third component that I really want to hammer down and break apart and and see how we all feel about that. So look forward to seeing your comments and trust that you guys will have a great day. Take care.